friends, I'm back with a video. Yay, I'm actually doing something. So, it's a good time. It's a good time of year because 2016 Batman season has started, which was when we're getting lots of Batman-related movies and news, and just lots of stuff is going on. Comic-Con was last week. We got so many freaking trailers. It was ridiculous. I didn't do any trailer reactions because, like, YouTube has a problem with doing trailer reactions. You can't do them without, like, covering up the audio, and then it's, like, not fun to watch. So I'm not doing any of that, but I was so impressed with all of the trailers, honestly. Like, the new Suicide Squad one was probably my favorite Suicide Squad trailer so far. The Justice League one really impressed me because I didn't really expect much from that. Lego Batman movie, like 6 out of 5 stars. I'm so freaking excited. And then Wonder Woman looks pretty good. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them looks great. I'm just, like, very pumped. Like, Warner Brothers has got their head in the game right now. They have, like, a serious chance to outdo Marvel in this whole movie business if they keep this up. So I have very high hopes for them. But that's not what I'm talking about today. I am here to talk about another Batman movie, which was The Killing Joke. If you did not know, it premiered at Comic-Con, I'm pretty sure on the 23rd, and then it was in the theaters for one night on Monday, July 25th, in this one night, like, special Warner Brothers showing. And so I went to go see that, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. But before I talk about that, I just need to say something. Something completely unrelated.
A month without uploading, he's back in his tag that no one even tagged him in.
I hate him. I hate him. I hate him.
Dragged by his fringe. First things first, freakishly tall, it's weird.
Seriously, fuck my life. Like, I hate him. Okay, so yeah, moving on. I'm actually wearing my Jared Leto Joker shirt, which is what I wore to the Killing Joke movie. Because it's like, I know it's the wrong Joker. I was going to wear, like, my, my Puddin' shirt that had, Joker and Harley on it from the animated series, but I really wanted to wear this one. So, this is the one I'm wearing. If you haven't seen this yet, I put this in one of my haul videos. It's amazing. I don't know how well you can see this, but it has, like, this awesome art of Jared Leto's Suicide Squad Joker. And then on the back, it has, like, the laughs, and it's just amazing. By the way, I'm, like, wearing pajama pants, because why not? I'm on summer vacation, and my hair looks like shit, so just ignore that. But yeah, anyways, on Killing Joke, gonna cut straight to the chase. Alright, so first things first, I really liked the movie. That's the key thing here. I really liked it. There's been a lot of very mixed opinions about it, which is part of what I'm going to talk about, which is a part of, like, I want to talk about some of the things that people were kind of unhappy with and what sort of the whole controversy is. I cannot speak English. The whole controversy is going around this movie, but I was very happy with it and very impressed with it. In case you didn't know, Killing Joke is one of my favorite comic books. I have the deluxe edition here. That's like the fancy hardback that has one of the last panels engraved in the cover. I freaking love this comic book. I've read it like at least 4 times. I actually reread it the day before I went to the movie, so that it was all fresh in my mind, even though I have, like, the whole thing memorized already, because I'm a nerd like that. But yeah, so I was very happy and impressed with it, and that's coming from a person who is very familiar with the comic book and likes the comic book. I thought it was incredibly faithful to it. Like, they basically kept exactly on script. Like, most of the stuff that they said was, like, exactly how it was said in the comic, and I always like when adaptations do that, because it's like, it's written that way for a reason. That's how it was written. Don't jeopardize how it was written. I don't like when they change lines. It bothers me. So yeah, it was very, very faithful. It was very on script. It was basically like watching a moving comic book. The difference between watching a movie that's adapted from a book and watching a movie that's adapted from a comic book are very different. Because when you're watching it from a book, the book is just words on a page, whereas with a comic book, it's pictures. So you already know what everything looks like and what everything is set up as. The only thing that changes is the music and the voices, so those are crucial. And The Killing Joke got that absolutely on point. If you didn't know, Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, and Tara Strong were the 3 stars of this movie who were, like, best Batman voice actors out there. I mean, it's like, that was literally everyone's dream cast. That's what everyone's been talking about for months. So that was really on point. The score was fantastic, the music, and then the animation was okay. Okay, so, like, we already knew what the animation looks like from the trailers, but it was very Batman the Animated Series. It was very, like, two-dimensional, very simple, like, cut straight to the chase, like, showed you what you need to know without being, like, super intricate. And while I realize that that's, like, easier to animate, the art in Killing Joke is so gorgeous that I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't really do the artwork justice. Like, let me find a good page. Like, I mean, you can just see, like, how vivid and intricate this artwork is, and I just would have preferred if they had tried a little harder with the like, I don't know how long they've been working on this, but it seemed like it sort of came out of the blue, like, beginning of this year, so maybe it wasn't a project that they were working on for a super long time, and that's why it wasn't as detailed, but, like, I would have preferred to, like, wait a little longer and have them, like, develop the artwork a little more, because I think that would have made it better, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. Okay, second of all, I liked the added stuff. So this has been a big controversy. So, as you can see, this comic book is very short. Like, I don't think it has page numbers in it. No, it does not. But it's very, very short. It's longer than, like, a single issue comic book, obviously. But it's, like, this is probably, like, the length of, like, 5 single issues. I could be totally wrong about that, but it's definitely short. And so what they did, they added, like, a half hour of content at the beginning, which gave sort of, like, a backstory to Batman and Batgirl and made you, like, more familiar with those characters if you weren't already, although I don't know why you would be seeing this if you weren't, because it was, like, a fan one-night show. But, like, I understood what they were going for, because otherwise it would have been a really short movie, and they could have made it more into, like, an episode of a TV show than, like, a movie. But I honestly liked it. Like, it was basically like watching an episode of the 1992 animated series, which I'm a huge fan of. Like, the combat was very, like, familiar, the villain was very, like, typical animated series. I really liked this version of Batgirl, actually. Tara Strong voiced her, and, you know, Tara Strong is literally a voice acting goddess. If you don't know who Tara Strong is, you have never watched a children's cartoon. So yeah, I thought she was really, really great. She was very animated series. She was very badass, and, like, the whole combat scene that she had, I was just thinking of myself, I'm like, Batgirl is so cool. I love Batgirl. I'm a big fan of Batgirl. So I was very satisfied with her, even though the controversy. I want to talk about the controversy that everyone has. Okay, so, as you know, it was an R-rated movie. So there was this one suggestive scene between Batgirl and Batman. They basically had a sexual relationship. It didn't actually show it, even though it was R and they could have. I don't know. But it was like a very suggestive scene of Batman and Batgirl. And so basically they had a sexual relationship, and everyone was complaining about that and calling Batgirl an idiot, and there was like a bunch of, like, feminist comments, and it basically got way out of hand and was, like, a way bigger deal than it needed to be. I honestly didn't have an issue with it, because like sure, it was, like, could have done without, but, like, it made sense for what they were trying to do. As for the people who are complaining about the fact that it was Batgirl and Batman, you've obviously never seen a Batman cartoon, because that has been highly suggested in all types of media, comic books, TV shows. Like, it's not like they're related. It's been hinted at that they've had a relationship. So it's like, obviously the people who are complaining about that aren't real Batman fans, because they would know that, and they wouldn't be complaining, oh my god, but Batgirl's like Batman's daughter. No, she's not. No, like, I don't know where they're getting that from, but the universe where this takes place, they're the same age, and it's totally acceptable for them to have a relationship. So people need to calm the hell down and move on with their life, because dwelling on that isn't gonna change anything. And then overall, for the first half hour of the movie, while I liked it, I do feel that it felt kind of disconnected and unrelated with the rest of the story, because it was added on and not in the original comic book. Like, I understood what they were going for, because they wanted to give, like, a sort of, like, depth, or, like, they wanted to give sort of, like, an introduction to Batman and Batgirl, and, like, give more of, like, an emotional layer, so that when, like, the whole tragedy happened with Batgirl, you would, like, sympathize more. But I just feel like the first half was sort of like an episode of the animated series, and then the second half was the Killing Joke. They felt like two separate things that could have been, like, two different episodes of a show instead of, like, one conjoined movie. If you see what I'm saying, that was my only issue. And then also, okay, my opinion on the R rating, because this was literally the first thing I said said to my dad when we walked out of the theater, because I had to go with my dad because I'm under 17, and so I wasn't allowed to get in because it was rated R. It did not need to be rated R. There was nothing in that movie that was really worthy of being rated R. I feel like the only reason that they rated it that way is because it's like, it's really morbid and like psychopathic, and like it very like gets into your head. But if you don't have a problem, like I don't understand why you need to be 17 plus. Because the thing was focused on madness. Like, there was zero language. They didn't show any of the sexual stuff. Like, it cut off, like a PG-13 movie. There was very minimal blood. Like, I really didn't understand why, because I was very excited that it had an R rating, because it's like, I like when Batman movies and comics and stuff are darker. I'm not a Marvel fan. I'm sorry. I don't like that cheery, happy-go-lucky superhero stuff. That's not my style. So I was very happy when I found out it was R, because I'm like, oh, they can really go all out with this. And I just feel like they played it really safe, even though they could go to infinity and beyond with this and make it super gory, and like there were lots of moments where they could have used like language and they didn't. Like, I don't know, like I'm not necessarily complaining about that aspect. I just feel like the rating was unnecessary, and it's like I could have gone by myself and it really wouldn't have been an issue, because it's like if they were rating it R for like mental reasons, because it's kind of dark and morbid, then I get that, but I don't think that that's deserving of an R rating, because it's like, I mean, all the people there were like fans. Like, you could tell my entire theater, it was a full house, and like everyone there were like legit guys in their 30s, like Batman fans. It's like everyone there had obviously read the comic book. It's like you wouldn't go to this movie if you hadn't read it, because it was like a one night showing for like the fans. And so I just don't understand, because like everyone already knew the story and like knew what was going on, and I just don't think it needed the R rating. One last thing that I want to complain about before I go back to the things that I liked about the movie. I actually didn't even realize this until I started reading reviews on Amazon. They took out one of my favorite lines in Joker's monologue at the end, and I'm just like, what? See, so right here, in this part of the book, when Batman is in the funhouse and Joker is like talking to him over the intercom, they did this part. My point is, I went crazy. And then they took out this whole part. When I saw what a black, awful joke the world was, I went crazy as a coot. I admit it. Why can't you? I mean, you're not unintelligent. You must see the reality of the situation. Do you know how many times we've come close to World War III over a flock of geese on a computer screen? Do you know what triggered the last World War? An argument over how many telegraph poles Germany owed its war debt creditors. Telegraph poles. Such a good line. Like, why did they have to, like, they weren't short on time. It was a perfectly short movie. They could have cut off some of that unnecessary stuff at the beginning. Like, I don't understand. That was such a good line. And I just don't feel like they need to take that out. And also, another thing that they took out, which I'm not necessarily complaining about because this confused the hell out of me, was the ordinary guy monologue at the end right here. So, if someone knows what the hell this is and can explain it to me in the comments, I would really appreciate it, because I've literally read this comic book 4 times, and I don't understand what this little epilogue was, or what it was trying to say, or why it ended so anticlimactically, because I just don't understand what the point was. Like, was that indicating that Batman was the one to kill Joker? But then I don't even know what but so they took that out from the movie, and I'm glad. Although, at the same time, I'm not, because maybe if they had put it in the movie, it would have given me more closure, and I would have understood it more. But no. Okay, now back to the stuff that I really liked. Like I said before, Mark Hamill is a god. Mark Hamill is one of my favorite, like, voice actor people, period. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I'm a huge Batman fan. I just love Mark Hamill and everything that he does. I was ecstatic when I heard that he was going to be the Joker in The Killing Joke, because like I said, it's my favorite Joker comic. He's my favorite Joker. It was a match made in heaven. Mark Hamill will always be my favorite Joker, okay? Really quick thing. You're gonna hate me. I don't like Heath Ledger's Joker at all. At all. I just... no. But yeah, Mark Hamill just blew this out of the park. He was definitely the highlight of this movie. The musical number, like, gave me chills, because I loved the musical number so much. It was so great to finally get a tune to this song that's just been words on a page this whole time. I actually downloaded it. I have it on my phone. So yeah, that happened. And I just thought that he did so amazing. And then my other favorite part about the movie was actually something that wasn't in the movie itself. I really enjoyed all the documentary stuff that they added. That was a complete surprise. I had no idea that they were going to do all the behind the scenes stuff. So before the movie started, they had like an introduction from, I think it was like the executive producer of Warner Brothers, and then they had like an interview with Mark Hamill on like how he got into acting like with Star Wars and how he was cast with Star Wars, and then how he got into the Joker, and him talking about all the different versions of the Joker that he did. It was so cool to watch because I'm such a huge Mark Hamill fan, and it was just really nice to see like that exclusive interview and him like talking about The Killing Joke and how much he enjoyed doing the role and what drew him to the role, and how that was the Joker role that was like his dream to do. And I was just like, it really was a match made in heaven. It was perfect. It was perfect. And then after the movie, like after a little bit of the credits, they had a documentary about like the music, about doing the score, and then how they did the musical number, and how they did, and it was so interesting, and I just loved watching that. Because I'm a sucker for all that behind the scenes stuff, and I just really enjoyed they put that in because it was like a complete surprise, and it added more depth to the movie because you got to see like the process of how like they animated the musical number and how they picked all the music. So yeah, that was my review on The Killing Joke. That pretty much sums everything up. If you saw the movie, if you managed to catch the one night showing, let me know down in the comments. For those of you who didn't, the DVD comes out on August 2nd, and the digital version is available now. I have it like in my wish list on Amazon because I definitely want to get it on DVD because like none of my friends saw it because they were all out of town. I had to go by myself with my dad. I really liked it. I was really satisfied with it. It didn't blow me out of the park. It wasn't like, oh my god, that was freaking incredible. It was the best movie ever. Return of the Joker and Under the Red Hood still rests as my favorite animated DC movies, but I also really like Killing Joke. It's definitely up there in my top 3. I highly recommend seeing it if you're a Joker fan, if you're a Batman fan, if you're a Warner Brothers fan. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Everyone should watch it. The haters can leave. And, oh, before I go, I want to let you guys know, as you know, next week is Suicide Squad week. The week that I've been waiting for literally over a year. I have been so hyped for this movie since the very first trailer came out last Comic-Con, which was over a year ago. I'm so ready. Like, I am so ready. I have never been more ready for a movie, and I pretty much say that for every, like, fandom movie, but I'm serious. I have never been so ready for a movie. This is, like, one of those movies where I know I'm gonna love it before I even see it, and that it's gonna be, like, my favorite. Like, let me show you guys something for a second. I already bought a freaking poster at Michael's. Like, I got that yesterday, and then I have that one over there, which I got actually out of the Legion of Collectors, the Suicide Squad box. It was like it was in the back of the comic book until I just ripped it out and put it on my wall because I'm so hyped. So anyways, I am going to the August 4th pre-premiere at my local movie theater next week, and I'm going with a friend of mine who's also a YouTuber. I'm pretty sure her channel name is Hey It's Danny. I will put it right here. Go check her out. She's really cool. But I'm going to be seeing her next week. I'm going to be sleeping over at her house, and then we're going to see Suicide Squad together, and I'm going to like cosplay, and so we're going to vlog since we're both like YouTubers, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So be ready for a Suicide Squad premiere vlog next week. And then I'm going to do a review of it afterwards, obviously, because I feel like I haven't done enough movie reviews recently, and I just know I'm going to need to, like, express my feelings that I've just been waiting so long for this movie. I've been waiting so long. I'm so ready. I'm so ready, guys. I'm so ready. So, yeah, I will see you guys next week with those videos. Bye!